Hi, welcome. I'm doing this episode on wands and kind of working with them or creating them. If you're curious about why you would need a wand, it's like an extension of yourself, and think of it like a tool. Like all these spiritual objects or spiritual tools are just tools. So, like for example, if you were screwing something in, you need a screwdriver. If you were hammering something, you obviously want a hammer. So it's still your hand or your energy and the force of it that's basically doing the action. It's not that different with wands. So I've made a few myself, and you can kind of make them yourself, or you can buy them. They're both either way is okay. So this is a wand that I made, and what's cool about like these wands is number one, it's part of you, so it's an extension of yourself. It's also cool to have your own tools. It's best to also keep your own energy on this, not let anyone else's energy kind of interfere with it. They have to be charged and cleansed, just like any tool, like a crystal. That you have to charge them, especially on full moons. It's a great a day to like leave them out overnight in the window so that they charge. And if you have crystals on them, they have to be charged as well. But a couple things. Number one, if you're going to make it yourself and you find a stick out in the forest somewhere or outside in the backyard, it's always a good custom to leave an offering in exchange for taking the stick. And that works for anything in nature, really. Like if you're taking a rock or you're taking anything, if you have tobacco, that's probably the best thing to just leave, like natural tobacco. If you don't have that, you could leave a coin, like a quarter. That's what I do sometimes because I don't smoke anymore. I don't have tobacco. I used to, but so basically, if you take something from a forest, leave something in exchange, preferably tobacco or money, and you want something that speaks to you. It feels good in your hand, like you resonate with it. Like this particular piece, I found that resonates with me. What I did is number one, like I don't know if you can see it or not, but I carved some Hebrew letters in the wood itself using a wood burning tool. I had some leather from deerskin that from a previous medicine bag I created. So I kind of glued using a hot glue gun. I glued like the kind of like a handle, and I have a crystal at the end here. I forgot what kind it is, but and then I have a hematite like spirit at the end here. And I kind of had carved out the wood part, and I basically wrapped this in like a coil, and then I also like used some hot glue guns to kind of keep it together. And I hot glue. Now this, you could find better ways to put crystals on here. I did use the hot glue gun. It doesn't look the greatest, but I'm not selling this. I'm using it for myself. If you were selling them, you might want to find a different method of putting them on there. But basically, if you use it in your receiving hand, which is your right hand, it's like an extension of your energy. And if you put certain crystals you want to work with, like kyanite or hematite or quartz or even amethyst, it's kind of like the intention of what you're going to use this for is what you would pick for the crystals you choose. And I chose this for healing and also for detection. Like I use it to kind of feel around. And I have one that's a little bigger. It's this dude. So it's got like a lot of elements of my life in it. It also has some crystals right here that are also hot glued. Here's my leather here. So I can and I also have like a natural grip here. It's also leather. And I have some crystals attached as well. And I have a kyanite, kind of like a spear at the end here. And if you notice, I've wrapped this in copper pipe. So copper is a good conduit for energy. In my opinion, in my experience, it's worked out pretty well. It kind of like supercharges the energy. So you'll see a lot of wands that people sell with copper around them. I think it works. Like I've done the copper bracelets, and it does seem to help me with the energy. And this one is not exactly straight. I don't know if you could tell it's a little crooked, but there's something about it that it really was drawn to me. I use this for healing people mainly. And again, it's best not to let people kind of hold it and put their energy into it. It's best to keep your energy in this. And I do charge this every full moon and every new moon, especially because of all the crystals I've got locked in here. But buying a wand, like I said, there's, you just have to make it your own. And what I do with either wands I create or wands I buy, I bless them in, like, for example, I would say, like, this was a wand I bought, I would say, I bless this wand in the name of the divine, the name of the angelic realm, of the tree people, the star people. You get the idea. So you could, I don't say what, bless it in the name, and whatever you feel is the highest good. And you basically tell the universe that this wand will be an instrument of healing or whatever you're using it for. So I would say, like, any kind of object you get, let it be a crystal, a scrying mirror, which I may have mispronounced, a wand, any kind of spiritual tool, it is always best to bless it in whatever names that mean something to you. So I do that for all my tools. And you just got to keep in mind that whatever you use as a tool, it's your intent that you put into it is what it does, basically. So if I want this to be a healing tool, I'll put stones in here, or objects, or even things that mean something to me on this wand, and my intent will be like, this is for healing. So if you have that similar intent, or now if you want to just play around, like if you're curious about energy and you're curious about wands and you want to experiment, I would still bless it, still put some intent into it. Like maybe like you want to discover energy and how it works. I know there's a whole Harry Potter kind of thing, and there is some truth to the Harry Potter part of it. And it's, of course, a lot is exaggerated with spells and casting and stuff like that. But wands are an extension of you. So if your intent is to help people, then put that into your wand and experiment. Like, I'd love to know what people make, if they make their own wands, like how they did it, or what intent they put into it, or basically, like, if they follow the same suit of, like, if they find a stick, do they leave an exchange? But let me know in your comments what you think. And again, please subscribe if you thought this was interesting or helpful. And if it isn't, well, let me know. So again, wands are very cool. They have purpose. They're a tool. You have to treat them with respect, just like anything else or anybody else. And I hope that you create one and enjoy it. Thank you.